Oh, what is going on, buddy?
Hello.
It is Pixabuddies here, and welcome back to Slay the Princess when we left off. There's a lot of gross going on here.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the consequences of my actions. But we slayed a goddess of sorts.
Yeah.
And now we're here. And we're gonna see what's waiting for us. But you know what? It's that damn mirror again. It's blocking the door.
Oh.
There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
Yeah.
I was literally waiting for you to stop talking so I could say my piece.
Sorry.
These growths, these things with the nerves and all that.
Yeah.
They reminded me of something. Last part, this part here, but I couldn't think of what it was. Now that I've seen them, I know what it is.
Okay.
The lungs.
Yeah.
They look like the God, whatever they're called. The things that are like attached to the bronchial tubes that kind of look like broccoli. It reminds me of that.
Ah, okay. That's even more disturbing. But we're gonna keep going
Where
forward.
the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Hey.
What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
Well,
That's fair.
your
That's
voice is
not
the broken,
necessarily
so.
a melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Smash it. Take the blade.
You take
Yep.
the blade from the pedestal. It would
Be
be difficult to
save
slay
the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, I get it.
Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
Yeah.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real. No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
It's real to
Smash
us.
it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against
Ouch.
the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading to the
Oh,
basement
boy.
are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence.
Ugh.
The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
Charred
If the
remains.
princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
With you on this one,
The
Chief.
voice of bellowing rage roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on.
Let's go.
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
down the
You
stairs.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
What do you look like?
Nah.
The chamber's
Whoa.
walls
Oh, hell.
a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment.
Now she
of
really is a
ripped skin
titan.
and burning
Yeah.
bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
I can make a few assumptions.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating
Oh,
the skin tears. It drops to the
Ah.
ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Ah.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
You ever just flay yourself for escape? Oh, boy.
End it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her.
It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
All right.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Let her end you. Christ.
Oh my God.
Wait, we don't have to do this.
You're right. We don't. But I want to. So badly.
Oh.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying
Oh.
screech, you are unwound.
Unwound?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Well, don't worry, they'll take you in. Can I get a reboot over here? I'm
Can we get our
kind of in pieces.
intestines and
Can I
our
get my entrails back?
skin back on?
True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
Where,
Yep, I got it. Mirror again. It's fine, guys. Don't worry.
Screw
Feels
the mirror.
final.
We just need to find the princess.
Don't worry about
I don't
that.
want to look at us.
All right, gaze in. All right.
Ew.
You've withered. Same moves as going before.
Yep.
Find yourself in the long and quiet once again. Let's go to the cabin, dude. At the cabin. How you doing?
Oof.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, so how can you stand to
I
be a
just
contradiction?
noticed.
Huh? Yeah?
Ugh, the skin is like peeled back and held there on her chest
Yeah.
with like nails.
yeah.
You
yeah,
see
it
that,
is.
right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Huh. Did you notice
As
that?
easily as
I don't
can
think
stand
so.
To be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
All right, we've done this before.
Yeah.
All right, conversation going. This,
What do you think of this vessel?
Yeah, that's
This one is desecration.
oops.
She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Right, sure. Okay. She never has anything. How many more? I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Right. Yep, and everything was Arcane died.
I
Classic.
just want to say you could really tell
Classic funky fun.
how her dress is her skin by the way it
You're
was like
on a
all
path
bunched up
in
on
the
her
woods.
arm as a
And at the end of
sleeve.
that path
Yeah.
is a cabin.
Ugh.
And in the basement of that cabin He's a princess!
Okay. Losing their fucking mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think for this one, we are going to do a repeat of sorts, but to get to a different point. So I'm just gonna do a whole lot of skippity doo dah.
Skippity doo
Go to the cabin, proceed. I want to hold on. Take the knife and enter in. Hey, I'm just checking in on you and stuff. But what I want to do, but drop it when the princess asks you to. Believe her and cut her free of her chains, and you know all kinds of chaos start happening. But hey, just here to talk. I'll drop it. Cool. We've talked bunches before, but I think we've talked enough now. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Examine the chains.
Let's examine the chains.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess.
Okay, now it's back to where I can skip. But gonna go upstairs. I can see if there's
I'll be
anything
here.
there, and we know how it
attempt to make
goes.
your way out. Is someone else?
And
You
out the
find
door.
You're here.
He locked it on us. Turn
Yeah.
back down.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
All right, so we are going to continue
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
the-
The knife.
All right, let's save the princess. But then he's
Ugh.
let's get out of here. Is gonna do all
yeah.
this, but I'm gonna. Oh, interesting that I can't. Maybe it takes us to one we've already got before, but I'm gonna warn her, and then gonna resist. The usual. And now we're with the prisoner. Okay, but we need to do things a little bit differently this time.
Okay.
I want to. Okay. Well, let's let's proceed to the cabin. Go inside here.
Oh yeah.
I think I can take the blade because this thing is a fucking nightmare to go through.
I just see a wall of text on your phone.
It is just a wall of text. But
There's like no one hit enter
gonna take the
when they made that.
Not at all.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Well, let's enter the basement. And
The door to the basement.
we've got all this
She's not
down
a
here.
visitor, I hear.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not? You walk down the stairs.
Hi
and
there.
lock eyes with the
There's
princess.
this lady
She
again.
looks up
Yep.
at you.
So we know how we
Heavy
did this
collar
last
around her
time.
neck clanking
Oh,
You know.
are we
as she
gonna
moves.
go to
Should we
the
be worried
thing?
about the one around her neck?
The free one?
I mean, we can't do.
Why?
Because we haven't done
Noticed
that
the
yet.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury them.
Let's go ahead and. So I mean, I'm trying to think of let's go ahead and do that maybe, and then we'll not give her what she wants. But let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Yep, we
There's fine.
know how this works.
That's reasonable.
Sit where you told.
And this is what you're supposed to do before.
You do
I'm
see
gonna
how-
try and not mess things up too much, but we've done all that.
The other chain, what is it for?
Yeah, the chain on the wall. Who is it
Or
for?
who's
But you could always. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope
I'll inspect the
I
shackle.
wouldn't do that if I were you. And why do I even? And what?
Well, I'm gonna
I don't
do
know.
it.
He doesn't. But
I'm
what
gonna
if
do
he's
it this
to
time.
use it? I am.
I'm gonna do it this time. I'm
Okay,
inspect
now
the shackle.
don't skip anymore.
Yeah, it won't let me once it's leave.
Okay.
But
You approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
oops.
Huh.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Oh shit.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Oops.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Real funny, huh?
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
We use the force.
That's horrible.
We'll get it back.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch. No, that there's something special about this loose chain.
Yeah.
It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know this was gonna happen to me?
No.
No. That one for small
Small
talk,
talk,
right?
huh?
Nope.
Well, thanks.
That's rude.
I'll wait in the silence then.
Wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
So this is how she feels, huh?
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
Great.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does.
Thanks.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Yes.
I
Yes.
suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first.
Yeah.
A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement changing? It's because it's been 17 years, Dickwad.
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Gotcha. Fuck
Still
up the
rude.
shot I shall.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Time to eat moss.
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
It's like we're gods of some kind.
Yeah.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass,
And pass.
Oh, no one
until
else.
suddenly
Okay. Oh,
there
Oh.
are no walls. And then,
we're free.
Oh.
and I think he's gone.
Oh, I guess I didn't do that. I guess grabbing that was not the right thing to do. Because
Would you
she's
look at
being
that?
taken, and that's
We
not what
made
I
it out of the
wanted at all.
cabin, And nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
When was the last time that I
So
saved?
this is the outside
It's been a
world.
while. I'm surprised you didn't save before you touched the thing.
Shit! No, that's not what I want. God damn it! Ah!
There's also the autosaves. Remember?
Yeah, but those are extreme. Okay, well, hold on. Those are extremely quick. Like,
Well, check.
yeah, all the autosaves are since we put the chain on.
Oh.
So I don't have anything there.
All of them?
Yep, those are all since we got chained up. I think every single time it does a choice, it auto saves, and it had all those dialogue options. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
those are
surprised
all,
I'm surprised that you didn't save first.
Oh boy.
Why didn't you
well,
save first?
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Just wasted time on everything now. But we got to see all that, I guess. So,
Well, now we gotta do all this.
it's okay. We'll just go ahead and it can.
All we spit. What?
It's
What
ju-
the mi- What?
Come on, we've
do whatever.
smash it.
Speed run.
Because we've done all this. Hey, I'm sorry. Look, okay, just kill me.
Horrifying.
Yep. Love squelches. They're my favorite. Now I gotta get through all that again. Okay, all right. Hey there. Hey, bitch.
Hey,
How's it
babe.
hanging?
Grow
How's it hanging? Hey,
What,
just
the
I'm ready to
skin?
go back.
I will be
Yes.
here
How's it
when
hanging?
It's time for us to meet again.
Whoop. Okay. Keep on going. Proceed. Take the blade. Enter. Hi.
Yep.
I'm just here to talk. Drop it. Okay, we talked enough. Examine the chains. You have any ideas?
She speaks. We were stuck down here for long enough. You attempt to.
Let's go on back down.
Save.
And then we hit save. And then all that stuff. I can save you.
Warn.
I can save you.
Resist.
Kill me. All right, cool. Thanks. Let's keep on going now. Proceed on in. I need to be care of that thing, but let me.
We take the blade.
But is that what I should do now? I don't know anymore.
Does the guide not say?
There's a lot of word salad here.
What does that mean? Great content.
If any option seems appealing, you can fight through the strangling. So I'm just gonna do. I'm not gonna touch the chains. Well, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade. Good idea.
All right. Let's go ahead and go on in.
The door to her
Yep.
voice.
I get it. Let's go ahead and sit. Yep. Let's see what you're told. Hey, that's all a bunch of who's that chain for? But I'm not gonna touch it. What would you have me do? Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get
The whole
Yeah,
knife
don't-
thing.
Don't skip.
That's ominous, but she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's
Oh, I remember now.
doing. Oh, please.
Uh-huh.
She's just putting on a
Oh,
act,
yeah.
Though if she isn't bluffing. So,
All right.
I don't know. Then let me help you. That doesn't say there are none. The pro...
All right. So. Let me read the thing here. All right. So, the narrative trapped in the city, locked you in the basement, don't go behind the line. This is why neither of you are the friends forced to murder each other. This has a star of death down here with no voters, so it means one of the. But if neither option seems appealing, you can fight through the strangling chains to kill her, or just leave her severed head on the floor to rot. Congratulations.
So
Let me just double down here, in just case I fuck something. I'll go to page 4. Because let me weigh all my options.
yeah.
Because let me try and do the thing before, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna leave because maybe
you
the
bastard.
Oh.
You'll regret this.
thanks. I'm sure he's gonna lock me down here or something probably. But
As if by divine
Yep,
will,
there
just
we
as
go.
you finish the thought, you hear a door slam. I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. It doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually.
That smile.
That's not fair. Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else.
Because she's dead.
So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
nobody likes thinking.
I told you that you'd regret saying that, but I didn't think you'd regret it so fast, and with so little effort on my part. I guess we're stuck together.
Like glue. We know how long the. Okay. Hey, open the
You have
door.
everything you need to deal with her and save the world. I'm sure the door will open as soon as you finish your incredibly important task. Doesn't sound like we'll be able to talk him into letting us leave. Yeah, not a chance. He's single-minded about this. But don't worry. There are plenty of things that aren't in his control.
Oh?
For instance, us. Her. But mostly us. If he didn't have his limits, we wouldn't be here. Not like this.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm not giving you a weapon.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
You're kind of
If you
locked
come
up,
near
though.
me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one of the
talk about the little repeat.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get it. Exactly.
All right, guys, quiet.
Quiet. Fine.
My voice is
Just give it a
quiet.
rest.
Focus.
Yeah.
This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Right. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm not going to give you the knife. All right. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own. Or if that's how you're going to be, then I guess I have to do this. It seems I don't have much of a choice. I'm sorry. Bunch of slays on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one's going to fucking... Just in case.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
This thing isn't helpful. I'll try and... I mean, she said she was going to like strangle me, so... Or unless we're doing it the old fact. You know what? I got to do this.
You don't have to do anything. But fine. Let's see if you'll live to regret trying to kill me.
Probably.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
As you move to strike the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Let's go.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Drop it, or you die.
Ouch!
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us again. Just listen to her, do what she says. How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Okay.
Just
Right,
pausing and then...
I'm just trying to see.
Princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike.
Hacha!
You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
Damn.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. I don't like this. It was too easy. It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now. You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. and especially when
Okay.
your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
Better be, because all my settings and shit are gone.
Fine.
What?
But if we're leaving,
Oh.
then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
I literally can't think of a time that it's ever taken away the menu that's up top.
No.
With your work done,
Oh, it's back,
you
okay.
remove the blade
Thank
from
you.
the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your award.
Yeah.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You son of a
You
bitch!
don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
Yeah.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our rewards?
This is your award.
Yeah.
Is your reward.
You bitch!
An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Okay, so this is kind of a very a parallel to things. But you know,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and let's hear what our voices have to say. What do you suggest
Still
then?
have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Like the way you think?
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Say yourself.
Goddamn spiteful bastard. You're going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose.
Yes.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear. You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
Yay!
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
You have no idea.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
The gray.
The gray.
Ooh.
You're on a
Whoa.
in the woods. See? That wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
This is neat.
Yeah.
There are so many more threads to
Oh.
pull once you stop feeling.
cold
Makes
in the
sense that
rain.
he's here.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay? I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine. He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor.
Okay.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions. You came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time? I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first.
They all say that.
So you
Yeah.
knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade. And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. You already slew her, and you survived.
We killed ourselves.
Why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why?
Classic.
Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward.
Was it not?
Was it not?
Oh my god.
That's a reward.
God
isn't
damn it.
Eternal bliss. You should have been happy. We weren't. We were bored.
You were bored. I was just unhappy.
There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? The world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her.
It's raining.
It wasn't raining last time. Or the time before that. The whole path is different.
Yes, things are different, aren't they?
Just a little.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Boy, has it.
Influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse.
Oh, come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
Jesus, you need to talk to
Wow.
someone. What happens if we don't go to the
She'll
cabin?
find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens.
Convenient.
We already know he wants us to slay her. Anything he says is tainted by his motivations. Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
Well, I'm going to proceed to the cabin.
Yeah.
Let's see who's waiting for us.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
I'm good at mucking it
What
up.
we do is entirely up to us. And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us.
It's usually going to be a mirror when we go inside.
Yeah.
We should care about the fate of the world.
Says the hero.
Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else?
Yes.
Maybe we are.
Kansas.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Go on in.
Whew.
As soon as you
Whoa.
enter the cabin, you're
Okay.
struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
I don't like that.
No, me neither.
I think you see what I see, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't trust that. One thing that, I mean, I'm sure that, like, in her cryptic talk in the endings, like, it probably revealed a bit about this, but I've noticed that, like, based on how far in the chapters we go, as the princess's influence spreads, the mirror gets bigger. Because in chapter 1, there's never a mirror.
Yeah, you're right.
In chapter 2, it's off to the side, kind of showing you a little bit. But then every time you go to chapter 3, if you make it to a chapter 3, it's always fucking dead set in
It's
front of you
always-
before you can
yeah.
get into...
right in
the
the
thing.
middle, or blocking the door, or
Kind of
blocking
like
the
a-
hallway.
Kind of like a way as the princess to be like, this is what you are again, by the way, this is what you are. Anyways, the fuck's to the left of me? Okay.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is
Yeah.
that her? It's like she isn't even there. See? We killed her.
You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying?
Oh my god.
There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade.
I gotcha.
That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Looked like it was halfway through her fucking chest cavity.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
But there's no door.
Maybe the mirror isn't real. Maybe it is real, and he's lying through his teeth to stop us from looking into it. But it seems like whatever we want to do, our next step is on the other side of the room.
This seems like an appropriate time for the mirror to finally play the gag of we go through it and there she fucking is right behind it. I've been waiting all the time, but it's always just the door. But I'm waiting for the princess to be on the other side and jump scare us.
You're clearly hallucinating, but
Yes.
I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
Well, let's go.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door.
Okay.
It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off.
Clean it.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
Why are you so creepy?
No way
Okay.
left to go but down.
Let's go.
The door to the basement groans open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation.
I don't like this amnesia bullshit going on. What in the dark descent is this shit?
Also, when she was there before we came down here, I didn't quite see her very well because, you know,
she was against the wall, so she was blending in a fair
I just
bit.
saw it just looked like a shadow.
It was definitely
to me.
It was definitely her.
But I see her now.
You get a much clearer shot now.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom
you know,
of the stairs.
I have bad eyes.
Face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters.
Oh.
There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment.
Bye.
Then she vanishes around the corner.
Love you.
I'm sorry, last time, are we good?
Is anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. Oh boy. Hey, you know, I think we have a lot to talk about.
Receive no response.
That's what I got left on red. God damn
Do you think
it.
she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
This one's
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
God, this is like The Ring.
This is awful.
A dark and isolated
This is like The
place,
Ring.
Yeah.
Not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
This is how they created the water monster in Amnesia. It was just the princess drowned, so she's...
See,
All right.
She's dead.
Your favorite, right?
She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting.
Ugh.
So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door.
Why is he doing this?
Lock.
Let's see if it's him or not this time.
You turn to see the shade of the princess
Yep.
staring down at you from the top of the
He
stairs.
usually makes a... Yeah.
She is.
Oh, no,
dead.
no, you fucking...
Oh.
Have you never heard of a ghost before?
What happened?
It's doing the double click. Yes, that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart, and yet she isn't dead. All right, thanks, fucking controller.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her
He
chest.
has to say pristine.
This
Yeah.
is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
It's my heavy metal band name, Death Neutral.
Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Hey, she talked. Hey, what's wrong with you?
Don't.
I only killed you after you killed me. We're even now. Oh my god, I love that thing. Why did you close the door?
But she doesn't answer your question.
Oh dear.
All she does is watch you in shadowed silence.
Hey,
Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it? It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
what?
Bad, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
So I'm going to drown. Please, I'll do anything. Just don't let me drown. This is my last time. I'm sorry. I'll do this before I fucking. I'll see if I can get one more in. Don't let me drown. Oh,
Damn.
The water is rising faster now.
probably get
It's
moving.
flowing in from some unseen place, and judging by the height of the algae on the stairs, it
The
has no
algae.
intention of stopping anytime soon. You feel it creeping up your back, so cold that it steals the very warmth from your flesh.
That's probably
leaving a
how, you know,
smothering numbness in its
that
place.
people with that dialect pronounces it, because it's different
Are you really
ways.
just going to stand there and let yourself die? Yeah, let's think. Where is it coming from? It's coming from some unseen place.
I want to get up
Does
closer
it
to
really matter where it's coming from? Because I can feel it rising. I don't think we have much time to sleuth. Yes, it matters. Maybe we can find a way out. Maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. This is just a puzzle. We can solve it. Some things aren't puzzles to be solved. Sometimes you're doomed from the start. Most people are.
All right, bro.
Yes,
Back of the
most
line.
people are doomed. But in case you need reminding, everyone will be doomed forever unless you stop her.
All right, let's focus.
Rush for the blade or rush to the door? What are you doing?
It's because I can't see the thing. I'm gonna rush to the door because that'll get me closer.
The princess eyes you with
Hello.
a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps.
Uh-oh.
Why?
The door
Oh.
bursts open, a powerful wave of water crashing down towards
Ouch.
you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall. You come to a moment later, suspended in
Whoa.
darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out.
We're gonna
Oh,
see her
yeah.
corpse.
It's so dark and cold. I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing. We'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way.
You're not the one in control, so
But you don't
thank
have
God for
time
that.
to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around
Oh.
your ankle.
Oh, I don't
Her
appreciate
body.
that.
You're dragged under,
only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing.
Actually, could be the other the shackle.
As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather,
No.
you see her.
It's her.
The body you found floating when you first arrived. Its hand is locked around your ankle.
Ugh.
The heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. I get it. We shouldn't have killed her. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past.
Yikes.
There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your
For fun.
lungs filled with
Oh.
water, the same as mine filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Oh,
Okay, at least taking that one. I was like, please don't take the please don't
bloated
take the
corpse.
body. Yeah.
they were
Hey.
working together at the end there.
Yeah. But your lungs don't fill, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave.
She's gone, and there's
Yeah, man, I gotta hang in. I'm just gonna go.
this. You're right, ignore them.
All right. Gaze. We're in shambles.
Oof.
You've unraveled. And now. Hey there. Hey, Queen.
Whew.
How you
There's a
doing?
world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
I think there are people out there.
doesn't matter if
Okay,
there
these are some new things
People
here.
are frail
Yeah.
and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Okay. You think anything is real out there? You think we're real?
We are real.
That one's a repeat.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart. Do
Perfect.
not
Oh.
mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Well then, do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
No, the point of awakening is to find out.
That's terrifying.
Whoa.
Oh, he's not even back up that alone. There are voices. That's voices one all the time.
Yeah.
Did you have a narrator?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Like in the cupboard or something? Okay. Ah,
Hmm.
he does. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him.
If he is anything other than us, he isn't worth the effort to destroy.
Damn.
Well then.
Spoken like a true god.
How many vessels do you need?
One,
Oh.
whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Right. What would you like me to bring you?
These gifts
The gifts, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay here. All right, I'm ready to go back.
Next time I see you, I
Okay.
will be
Yep.
here.
I'm ready to go. Everything goes right. Can you die?
The next time
Our
I see you,
favorite.
I will be here.
You're always here. All right. So now then, I want to try and figure out how to get.
Your heart
Give
in
me.
the
But you
woods.
should hush. Thank you. So.
What I want to know is how come you didn't give her the prisoner,
Because he'd already done that.
not that version, not the whole body, just the head. Remember?
It's fine. It's fine.
It would have
It's
been
fine.
different for once.
It's fine. It's fine. But what I'm gonna do here, as long as I think we should be able to. So I'm gonna continue to the cabin, proceed into the cabin. Go without the knife. So we're just gonna enter the basement. we've got a I don't think we've come without the knife so far in this run. So oh no, we did last time of not taking the knife. Wait. Or did I? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So don't go down there and attempt to free the princess. So hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Hello.
walk down the stairs. I am begging.
We've got the sweet one this time.
Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Always so sweet. Okay, and I am going to attempt to free the princess. Okay, but when the narrator makes that difficult, go ahead and change your mind.
Oh.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
It's
Thank
fine.
you.
You're
You're
making
welcome.
no.
Nah, we're doing the right thing.
Large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe
I'm
it's
afraid
somewhere
not.
up doubtful.
All right. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Well, we know
Or if
how.
that doesn't work, I
No,
can...
She
no,
offers
no,
the
no.
suggestion with if we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure you attempt to make your way. Is someone else here?
Yep, and then he's gonna do the thing. He says,
You
"Hey,
try the door.
you asshole!
Your
Let me out of
shouts
here!
and plea. You're here to.
You dick!" I'm turning to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have
Yes, it would've
easier
been
for
easy.
easier
Easy for
for
whom, easy for
everyone.
Yeah.
Look at the.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
No.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way
Doesn't
out of
she
here
immediately
together.
start biting her way through? Just
Yeah.
immediately. I
She rips her
forgot.
flesh with
Just
the blade from upstairs, or we could use it to free her.
free her.
Won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, we're not gonna be polite this time.
Man.
Slay the princess while she's just trying to help herself.
Oh.
Bring the blade down
Yep.
and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Uh-oh.
The princess
Up.
pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Oh shit.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
There's plenty she can do to hurt us, I'm sure.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Don't waver now. As you
Jesus.
ready your blades to deliver a lethal blow,
Look
she
at them
lunges
claws.
at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Uh-oh.
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Like a rabid raccoon.
About trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
It's punishment time.
Stop.
Okay. Slay the
Your
princess.
nerves are seizing with pain. You know
Cringe.
you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
It's finished the job.
You steel your resolve
boy.
and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
No. Okay.
You take
Oh,
another
God.
step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend.
Oh.
But you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence
Oh.
as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
I mean, we're
I know
dying,
you
though.
will.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The classic.
Yep. The witch.
The Vavitch.
Ooh.
You're on a path
Yeah,
in
I
the
know.
woods.
I know.
And at the end of that path
I know.
is a cabin.
I know.
And in the basement of that cabin
Is a princess.
Well, we're gonna go see what princess is waiting for us in that cabin. Next time.
It ain't no princess, it's a witch.
It's a Vavitch now.
The witch.
The Vavitch has come to claim our souls. Our hatred, our crimes against mankind.
Against mankind? Well,
I
I guess.
There's a lot to unpack from that one.
Yeah, there is.